Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Cut. 180. Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Value 3. Hey, exit. Here we go.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Value 1. Hey, Alpha. Mike 57. Ready? Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57's Mike. Mike's 57.
Goff now looking to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
57 goes tonight. 20. Cut. You got value 3. Hard run. Go.
On 1st and 10, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 54 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
2 for 1.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check 49. Value 1. Set. Protein spill. Check.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Switch it. Score now. Switch it. Listen.
Back to throw. Gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch time.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the end. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know, they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Here's Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
57's right.
From the end zone, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
57
From the gun on third down, Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Tiger. Bravo. 57. Mike, 57. Coming this way.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Shell. 76, tell him. 76. Hey, orbit.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Like 20. Check 4. Ric Flair. Maverick. Hey, Charlie. Mike 12. Man, I got you.
Here's Goff now on second down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Ferguson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
for, writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And Woods has it complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
X3, 218, chop it.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We're good. We're good.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Matt Judon, his 2nd sack of the night. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hey, lift. 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 Hey, wahoo. Hey, check
A shotgun snap for gone. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Matt Judon in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Ferguson. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's taken down inside the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check 26. Check 26.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll look to run with Ingram. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and goal. Jackson. And this is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s. So a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. He's letting it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 83 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
To throw again, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jackson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll run here with Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the the draw. Goff gives to Gurley. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for two.
I got you, punk.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And some room to run now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.